guys, it's Jennifer from Craft Forest. Today I want to show you how to make your own farmer's market bags. Now if you're like me, you probably have a million shopping bags and maybe they make it to the car, maybe they make it to the grocery store, not very often for me. So I thought if I made my own, I might be a little bit proud and I might bring them with me. So I wanted to show you a quick, easy way to recycle some old t-shirts that you have at home into your own farmer's market bags. So simple. There's a little bit of sewing with this one. You can do it by hand, you could do it with hem tape if you wanted to. We're actually going to use the sewing machine, but if I can do it, I promise you can do it. So let me show you what we need and how to do it. So to make these bags, all we need is a t-shirt. You can really make these in any size. I'm going to use just a women's size small here. I've done some smaller bags in some of the kids' t-shirts. You could do a larger bag in a man's t-shirt if you wanted to, but let's start with this one. So we're going to lay our t-shirt out, we're going to open it up, and all we're going to do is use either scissors or rotary cutter and our sewing machine. So we really don't need a lot of supplies for this one. So I'm going to open it up and just kind of straighten it out, okay? Heavier, sturdier t-shirts tend to work best for these. I did one in a lighter kind of striped cotton that I really liked, but it doesn't have the strength that you need to hold some heavier fruits and vegetables. So you definitely want to have a stronger t-shirt if you can. So what I usually do is I lay it out flat and just make sure I have kind of the major wrinkles out, and then flip it over, kind of fold it in half long ways. And we're just going to make a cut actually from like around the end of the armhole to the other side. You can make this any shape you want. You can draw it with a pen or you can just freehand it like we're going to. We're going to be super adventurous. So I'm going to line up these sleeves. And I like mine to be kind of flat. You can make a little curve if you want to, but I just like them to be a little bit flat. So I'm just going to cut this guy. Okay, so you're just going through a few layers here and just pulling that apart. Quick little cut. Again, you can use scissors if you don't want to use a rotary cutter, really any way you want. Just basically all you want to do is cut that top section off. So you're going to get just a cut here. It doesn't have to be perfect. We got a little peak here and it's quite all right. All we're going to do is really sew across. I'm going to turn this one inside out, and you can start with it that way too. You can cut it inside out. And then you can cut off the tag here, but we're actually going to flip it right side out when we use it. So this bottom end that we've cut is now going to be the bottom of our bag. So all we're going to do is take it over to the sewing machine and we're just going to stitch right across the bottom. You can do a straight stitch, you can do a little bit of zigzag, you can get fancy. We're just going to zigzag it just to close the bottom. What's great about the t-shirt material is that it's not going to fray. So these are really strong, really sturdy. And then we'll bring it back here and I'll show you how to cut it to make your little slits so that your vegetables and your produce can breathe, and how to make a really simple handle. Okay, so the sewing of this one is really simple. Like I said, you can either do a straight stitch or you can do a little zigzag, which is what we're going to do. So we're going to get started on that. And we're just going to go straight down. And you kind of, with your t-shirt fabric, you kind of just want to guide it and hold it together. This doesn't have to be perfect, I promise. If I can do it, you can do it. And I'm just using white thread so you can see it, but you know, if you want it to coordinate, you're not going to see. No big deal. Okay, then we'll just do a quick little back stitch on this one. Okay. And that's it. We survived the sewing part. So let's head back over and I'll show you how to cut it up and how to make your bag. So now we've sewed the bottom of our bag together, and the next thing we're going to do is create our handle and create the slits that give the ventilation to our bag. So with the slits, you can do this a couple of different ways. Now if you really wanted to be precise, you could use a pen and you could mark them and you could decide exactly where you wanted them to be, either vertically or horizontally. We like to kind of just wing things here, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to take our scissors and flip our bag bottom up. And then we're just going to make some small slices. You want to make sure that you don't make these too large because your fruit will fall out of the bottom. So you want to make sure that you just do a few little slices. And we've got this folded over, if you can see that here, so that we're cutting through but not cutting to the bottom. So I'm just going to randomly place these guys a little bit even. They're about an inch apart, and I'm just cutting through the fabric right there. Okay, so now I have my first row, and then I'm just going to flip it up again. and do my second row, and you can line these up or you could go the other direction, really anything you want. These just give a little bit of ventilation and it kind of makes it look cute and helps it to stretch out so it can hold and carry quite a bit. This is really, really simple, really quick project that makes you feel like you've accomplished quite a bit, so I like those kind of projects. We're going to do one more small little roll and then I'll show you how to cut the handle. So the other night I was making these and I think I made maybe 10 in an hour, so pretty quick, really, really simple to make. They make really great gifts too, and you can make smaller ones too out of kid t-shirts that you could use at the grocery store. So now we've got all of our slits cut. You can see those here. What I'm going to do to make the handle is just fold it over, okay? And we're going to do a small little slit right in the center here. We're going to grab kind of our center point. You're going to use the top, what was the bottom hem, the seam here, kind of to give support to the handles. So you can go as close or as far away to this guy as you want. I'm going to go a little closer up. And I'm just going to make about a 2.5 inch slit there. And you can see I cut those apart. And then open it up. And that's your handle. So we're going to flip it right side out. Really easy, just grab your corners down here and flip it out. So now you've got it flipped out, you can kind of stretch this out a little bit. What's so great about these is the more that you use them, the more they wear, the better they look. So you can grab it, stretch your handle, pull it out, throw it in the washer and dryer. Completely easy, simple bag that you can take anywhere. Grab it, throw it over your shoulder, throw a couple of these in your purse so you never forget your bags like I do all the time. And that's it. So simple, so easy, and you'll really feel like you've accomplished something. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial from Craft Forest. Thanks.